Hello, everyone. Welcome to yet another interview series here on the Loudini Rock and Roll Circus. I'm LouLombardi, a.k.a. Loudini, and I'm talking today with Canadian singer-songwriter, just a fantastic musician. He's got a great new record out called Sugar and Cream. This is Mr. Billy Grima is with us today. Hello, Billy. How are you today?
Not too bad, thank you. Thanks for having me on your show.
No problem. Hey, Billy, I'm not so sure that everybody here is all that familiar with your background and where you come from and everything, so why don't you tell us a little bit about who you are and how you got started in music?
Well, I started singing in a church choir when I was 8. I'm from Australia, Blacktown, Australia, which is just outside of Sydney.
Okay.
I started singing in a church choir at the age of 8, and used to always sing solo. I used to love singing. I've always loved singing, but that was what got me started in music. At the age of 15, I moved to Canada from Australia, and I haven't looked back. Yeah, music has always been my thing, though. It's I've had bands through school, and I can't stop writing. It's my passion. It's my medicine.
That's true of a lot of artists. As you were coming up, singing in church, were you influenced by other music? Did you listen to other music outside of church music?
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, oh yeah, definitely. I grew up. Well, my mother used to listen to a lot of country.
Okay.
My father was into the Buddy Holly and Fats Domino type, and so I grew up listening to both. And then as I got older, I love, like right now, I love, there's so many talented musicians out there, but, listening to like Sarah McLachlan or Billy Joel, Jason Mraz, great musicians, absolutely great musicians. And, there's so much out there, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And when I started writing, it just, when I used to play in bars, I used to play all their music. But then I noticed, I kind of, my writing became towards that kind of vein of music. I tried to do a little bit of country because I love country, but yet I like rock. So it's kind of mixed in there. I like both of Joe Cocker very much. So.
Your style does sort of blur the lines a little bit between country and pop and rock. That was one thing that I noticed as I was listening to some of your tracks. Calendar Girl off your latest record, Sugar and Cream, has a sort of Motown sort of sound to it. Yes.
I do love horns. Even on my first album, I'm Just Standing, I had a lot of horns in that too. That's my thing. It's who I am.
Okay.
When I write it, it's kind of, it's just the way I write my music, the way I like it to sound. So, but some people, like in Canada, guys here tell me, man, that's country. But, we kind of, when we started the record, my producer was saying, Billy, you're going to be like the Billy Joel of country. So, well, let's see where it takes us. So here we are.
I like that, the Billy Joel of country. So when you sit down to write something, I mean, do you kind of have in mind, like, okay, this is going to be a country song, or this is going to be more of a Motown flavor, or does it just flow?
It's just flow. It's just flow, because I do the bed tracks, we do the vocals, and then I take it home, and then I let it sit for a couple of weeks. I listen to it again with fresh ears, and then all the ideas start popping in. If it's a drum beat that I have, a groove that I have, I put that in the bed tracks. It's so slow, because listening to the same song over and over and over again, you tend to miss stuff. So I think it's always nice to hear stuff on a fresh ear.
Yeah, so that definitely helps, as because you can sort of not know which. After a while, you don't know if it's good or bad. So you get away from it, and then you're going to come back and go, okay, now I know what to do.
Exactly, and you think, how did I miss that kind of thing, right? So it's a great feeling, though. And creating is such a beautiful gift. So, if you can create, or if you'd like to draw, whatever it is, creating is such a great gift.
Tell me a little bit about the song "Pleasure to Have Met You." We played that on my radio show a few weeks ago. It's a really it's one of these songs that sort of, I feel, sort of blurs the sort of pop country sort of sound. Can you tell me a little bit about that song?
Sure. It's a song that, what I was trying to get across with that message was basically, and everybody has that one person that they really, 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 really care for, right? They can't get enough of that person. It could be either talking to them, it could be intimacy, whatever. Looking forward to get that call that day. It's your soulmate. So I kind of wrote that, taking pieces from my life and putting it together, and that's how it came about. As for flavor, I wrote it on guitar. So I wrote 7 of my songs on this album on piano, but then I wanted to switch it up, and that was the first song I wrote on guitar, for the album.
Oh, so that's the first one you wrote with the guitar. The rest of you primarily write on piano. Is that what you're saying?
I wanted to change it up because I wrote 3 songs on guitar for this album, and that was "Pleasure to Have Met You." I'm just trying to think now. Oh yeah, and "Living the Dream."
Okay.
"Living the Dream" is other. Yeah, and "Sugar and Cream."
Okay, so when you sit down to write, you primarily go to the piano, or do you primarily go to the guitar?
In the past 3 months, I've been hitting the guitar. I don't know why. It's funny how that happened because I had not played guitar for quite a few years because, I just I like the piano, but my main instrument is vocals, right? So, but if I get a hook, I just sit down and try to record it. So, but I'm really enjoying playing the guitar and writing on the guitar right now.
Oh, okay. Well, I would not have known that from your playing in your videos and everything. So, nice job. So tell me about the significance of the titles, Sugar and Cream. Why did you call it that?
Sugar and Cream is actually, I'm a heavy. I drink a lot of tea, and that's how I take my tea, with sugar and cream. And it's funny because I'll be driving home and I'm thinking, oh damn, I don't have any sugar or cream out of the house, so I go get sugar and cream. And when the song started coming, right in the lyrics, I put the lyrics in, "We belong together like sugar and cream." And I'm thinking to myself, that's a perfect title. And but the guys in my band thought I was crazy. I said, no, you know what? I really, really like it. And, I got to go with my gut feeling. So I named the song Sugar and Cream because it seems to me they belong together in coffee or tea, for that matter. And I just made the story up. It was really cool. Yeah, I have no idea where the ideas end up coming from.
Okay. All right.
It's there's pieces, I take parts of my life out of and events from my life and put them together. But sometimes I surprise myself.
Great. That's one of the most rewarding things for an artist. When that sort of, you realize you didn't have that in you, you didn't think you had that in you, and then you go, wow, this awesome thing came out. So very cool.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about, I was talking to your manager, Michael Stover, and he told me to ask you about your college radio campaign for the album.
It's doing really well. It's getting played all over. I would love to do some shows actually in the upcoming year to maybe tour and do some shows up in the colleges, or even in wherever they're playing my music. It's something I look forward to doing. The band is getting ready. We're just doing some stuff over here in town, just to kind of, you got to go out there prepared. So, and I want to make sure that the fans are not let down. So I just want to get ready and go out there and do some shows.
So you guys sort of like warm up or sort of get the show together by playing locally before you head out, like kind of on the road.
Yeah, we do a lot. We break things down. I just want to make sure that things go really well. People go out to see bands play and artists play and sing. And you want them to go out when they leave the show you want to be satisfied with what they've seen, and we like to get the crowd going. So there's so much we do a lot of the shows that we do. We like to make them all very lively. We get the crowd involved. It's all fun at the same time, right? It's not just a show to me. To me, it's about having fun and enjoying it, and making sure that the crowd is enjoying what they're seeing and then what they're watching.
Who's in the band?
I got Stevie G on drums. I got Julio, he's the bass player. I got Grant Johnson, he is the keyboard player, and I got John Forrester on guitar. And then I have from time to time I get some girls to help me sing backups and whatnot, backup vocals.
Okay, so this is a pretty formidable act then. This isn't like just you out there with an acoustic guitar and maybe another guitarist. Okay. Oh, great.
We do an acoustic act too. So when I do the acoustic act, usually I take John Forrester. He's the guitar player in my band, or Julio with me, and we just go and do an acoustic thing. We do that too in here in cafes and whatnot. But that's a very intimate setting type thing. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. Now, I heard something like you being nominated for a Texas Sound International Country Music Award.
Yes,
so what's that
honored.
all about?
Well, I got the call telling me that it's people liking your music and nominating you or putting their votes in. It's a great feeling. To me, if my music is getting heard, that's always been my dream. So that's why I write, because I like to share what I feel and my music, and when people can relate to it, that's a great feeling. That's a great feeling, and to be nominated, I'm so honored. It's unbelievable. It's a great feeling.
So the Texas Sound International Country Music Awards, that is. So you're being sort of recognized more as a country artist, I guess, in that way. Is there a difference between country audiences and maybe some other audiences that maybe you've played for?
Well, the thing is with country nowadays, it is so wide, right? It's not like the old country that I used to listen growing up.
Right.
It's way different now. I mean, some country has horns, a lot of country has horns. I mean, Shania Twain, a great artist. Love her stuff. Taylor Swift. But a lot of the country now is I mean, it's so wide. So I think there's no limit in my opinion. That's only my opinion, though. When it comes to creating and writing, there's no limit.
So nobody's coming up to you and saying, "Oh, I'm sorry, you're not really country," or anything like that.
Yeah, the funny thing is, I had friends of mine that were sitting here, and they say, "Billy, that is country," and I said, "Well, that's good." But then, some people might say it's new country. So, if you were to ask me what it is, I would say it's country with a bit of Motown flavor and a rock flavor.
Okay.
How I would describe it, because it's not like it used to be. And, there's some mandolin in there in the background. Some you can't hear, some you can. So I don't know. I would say new country for me.
Okay.
That's my opinion once again, right? I mean, I do love Motown, so I put my horns in there and my backup, and I want certain things to sound like Motown, but that's me.
Right. That's what makes your sound unique and makes it totally you.
That's right.
So what's next? What's up? What's coming up here for Billy Grima? What is going on next? And is there anything you'd like the audience to know? Any plugs you'd like to put out there?
Absolutely. We're gonna hopefully start touring soon. Like I said, we're getting the band ready. We've been playing in town, little bits and pieces here and there. I've been also doing the acoustic act. So I do want to come down to the States, probably in September maybe. And also, you can find us on YouTube. You can also get me at www.bullygrima.com. You can find me on Facebook or Twitter. And, would love to hear from you. And I want to thank you for your support in every way. Keep listening. We're working on some more videos coming up. We have another one for Remembrance Day coming up. I'm trying to work on Sugar and Cream right now, the video for Sugar and Cream. That's another thing that I'm trying to do. That's one of my favorite songs, actually, on the album.
And what's that video going to be like? Do you have an idea? Can you give us a hint?
It's going to be different if I can get it done my way.
Okay.
Get it my way. It will be different. There's a magic word, but I can't say it because that will give it all away.
Okay.
But the song will be basically about, exactly what the song says, having the girl walk in the bar, and the guy's hanging out on a Saturday night just relaxing and whatnot, talking about nothing and having a great time. And the girl walks in the bar and she's got the jacket. I take her jacket and hang it up next to mine. And that's how the song kind of starts. And that's how I envisioned it when I was writing it. So, yeah. But
okay.
It will be different, hopefully, yeah. If I can get the guys, my team, to make it work.
All right, then. That sounds great. So, guys, you can check out Billy at www.billygrima.com, and you can find him on Twitter, and I see here SoundCloud as well at Billy Grima as well on SoundCloud. So, all right, Billy, it was really good talking to you today. Is there anything else you want to add before we part ways?
Yeah, well, I want to thank you for your support. You can even hook me up on Facebook if you want. I'd love to chat with you guys and let you know what's going on. And I can't thank you enough for your support. Thank you, Lou.
It was our pleasure, Billy. You're a great singer-songwriter, and we really enjoy listening to you. So it's not a problem at all, my man.
Well, thank you.
All right, Billy. Well, you have a great day. Thanks so much for taking some time to tell us a little bit about you and what's going on.
Hey, Lou, where are you?
Oh, I'm in the Pittsburgh area, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
I'd love to. What I'd like to do is, if you can get me on, I'd like to keep in touch with you because if I do plan to head out that way. I just once I'm all ready. And if you want, I can. We'll do like an ID liner sometime if you want, or even if I was in that area, maybe come out and maybe play a live song on your show.
That would be great. I would love to have you on. We are doing more live stuff now in the studio, so we are actually talking to artists about coming in and playing, and us playing with them too. So, yeah, we'd love to do that for sure. So stay in touch with me.
Okay. So but the number. But once I get in touch with you.
Okay. Hey, Billy. Let me end the recording first, and then I'll give you my phone number. I don't want to give it out over. Just 1 second. Just 1 second. Hang on. Don't hang up.